Order canceled. Order canceled. Order canceled. Order canceled.
Okay, so a couple of minutes to go, and we're going to have a huge jump up on the open, and it is very, very overbought, so we'll just have to see what happens. Should get a drop, but damn it, knew that Dow would do that. Wow. This is incredibly strong. This is, I thought it would have dropped by now. is crazy. It's 20, 30-point swings on the 15-second chart. That's just crazy. Well, this is what I said should happen. I thought we'd get this. We just... Probably come down to here. There it is. Jesus. Wow. That's just. Oh, gee, the volatility continues, doesn't it? This is incredibly strong. This is holding. I thought this was going to drop a lot more on the open, but it's actually just going to hold. It's a huge gap, 260 points up for the Nasdaq, and it's holding, which means short-term momentum may come up behind it. Look at that, it's just going strong. Wow. Oh, I don't. 1 hour cash. That's years away. Trading view's gone funny, but let's just see what it does there. I mean, it's broken the low there. We're probably going to get some volatility, but that low broke that low there. We're still in that range. Yeah, I mean, that's what you're talking about there, Vasil. Like the fact that you've got purple straight down here. It is very limited on how far it can go. I still think it should come back. If we can come back to here and just really consolidate throughout here, that would be really good. My trading view's gone funny. Yeah. Oh, geez, it's just. Look at those wicks on the Nasdaq and the S&P. There's quite a lot of volatility. much to do here. The problem with this sort of market as well, and people are like, oh, you know, just take a position, just take something. And the problem when you've got this sort of volatility of what it does is that when it moves like this, the drawdown moves like that as well. So when you're starting out, your first trades, you need something where you get in and it goes into profit straight away. And it's not, these are just not the conditions to do it at the moment. These conditions are very volatile. So as soon as you get in, it can go against you, then go in your favor, then go against you. So that is just what trading is. So we just have to sit here and be patient. But it's definitely holding. Just drop down for a sec. Knew to do that. They shook the tree then. This is going to go up to the high now. So I wanted to take the 30-second then, but it wasn't above purple. It's done a double bottom there. data not moving? Yep. My data's not moving. Oh, great. Okay, I'm going to have to log off this for a second. My data has just frozen. Not sure what's going on. Okay. And what we don't want to do is okay, whatever. this is this needs to come down a lot. Well, we're kind of in limbo at the moment. It's just done a huge gap up. I was actually expecting this to drop because it was such a significant gap up, and it hasn't. So I don't know what is wrong with my trading view at the moment, but you can see this move here. Huge move all the way through up here. It's come up here, a lot of price. I'd expect it, I was expecting it to at least come down to, at least maybe down to here, whilst this turns around. Yeah, God, that looks heavy now, doesn't it? So that 50% is the important point there. As long as it stays below that, I'd say we should get a move down to probably this level here. But it is very strong. How you can trade that is a different thing. Sorry, I just had to sneeze. Well, I mean, so this chart over here is the cash. And you can see we've just gapped up. So we've gapped up, we've done a lot of price, so we just need to do some time. It's not going to drop. I thought we'd drop. I thought we'd come back down to probably this low down here that we did there. But, oh, sorry, I've got to blow my nose again. I think I'm getting a bloody cold, but it's like 24 degrees here. But I just think it's limited on how far it can go at the moment. It's just going to have to go sideways. It needs a pullback. It's too much of a gap. Too much price in a short amount of time. So go to the hourly chart. Huge gap. That low was broken. So it's a lower low. Normally, if you wanted this sort of really significant run, you'd have a low, higher low, and then a run up, breaking through that high. It's broken through the low, and now it's near this high. So it just looks like it just has to go sideways or drop. But I expected it to come back a lot more. So this is incredibly strong. Very, very strong. You can see it did the same sort of thing here when it gapped up on the open. So it gapped up and then just went sideways for the whole session. So yeah, that's where it's at the moment. Just gotta wait. Not great for me. I really want to trade. That was a 30-second on the Dow then. Make it 2 seconds. We can see these bars on the Nasdaq. We're not going anywhere. It is just sitting there waiting. Can't find an entry on the Dow. How many people would have just got caught in that? So many people would have got caught in that. That was a big one. Yep. Wow, we're only an hour in. This is the I think this is the slowest hour in history. Does it feel really slow? It feels unbelievably slow for me. I was like, oh wow, it's only an hour in. When we've been going sideways like this. Yeah, it's tough at the moment, but I have this feeling tonight that I think there could be something good later. It's very slow now. You totally agree. It's such a huge gap up, but if we hold here like this, and if you look at the cash chart and you've got long-term momentum straight up, we could get a bounce off that. So that's the only thing I'm sort of thinking at the moment. Well, this is a rough one. I don't think anyone can trade this. I mean, if you put this down to like a short-term chart, so if we go down to like a 30-second chart, look at that. That's horrendous. Yeah, I feel the same, Basil. I feel the same. This is like, I obviously want to trade. I want to do something, and this is where the discipline comes in. So it looks really bad. Anything at the moment is really gambling. So, I mean, the trend is definitely up, so that's easy to see. But, yeah. Triple zero roulette. Yes, this is just not. This is not tradable at the moment, so that's okay. This is just the way it is. That's the second time I've had that tonight. What made you go with Apex? Somebody else just asked me that before as well. I'll show you this quickly because I had a student ask the same question today about why Apex, and I'll just quickly show you as a perspective thing. Okay, so you can see this sheet here. This is a sheet on the Nasdaq futures. So if you trade, so every tick is worth $5. Every point is worth $20. So there are 4 points in 4 ticks in a point. Okay, it moves in 0.25 increments. So if you made 10 points, that is 40 ticks. If you did that with another prop firm, okay, you've got 5 contracts times what? 5 accounts. So the maximum you can do is 5 accounts. So that would be 25 contracts in total. So the maximum you could make would be $5,000. With Apex, because you can do 20 accounts, okay, so there's a huge difference between 25 and, 5 contracts and 20 contracts. 5 accounts and 20 accounts. That means it would be 100 contracts. Now you can trade up to 11 contracts with a 50K account. So you could do 200 contracts, make 10 points, and that is a $40,000 profit. So the reason why I use Apex is because you can trade the most number of accounts and you can make the greatest return on investment by far. That's the reason why. Very simple. Now, if you look at tonight, the range of movement tonight has been a lot of points. So you've just got to choose the right trades. So imagine if I did just 5 contracts, and that would be 100. Again, and you do 20 points, which is 80 ticks, it's a $40,000 trade. How often does a 20-point move happen on the Nasdaq? So that's where you go back and you go, okay, if we look for, it's been a bit rough tonight. But other firms have daily payouts every 5 days. And this is the difference. Look, if you're going for payouts, if you want quick payouts, then yep, go and do that. Go get your $500, go get your $1,000. I'm making $1 million. My goal is to make $3 million. My goal is to get the highest payout ever. I don't care about payouts. I'll get payouts in a month or 2 months. For most of you, if you want daily payouts, you want $500, $1,000, what the small amounts, great, go do that. Totally agree with you. Probably not a bad idea to do, but I mean, this was a possible scenario earlier. This is a 41 points up to, there you go, that did 60 points. So 60 points is 180 ticks. So if you did that trade earlier and did 180 ticks with 5 contracts, that's a $90,000 trade. Why does it matter if the payout is daily versus 8 days? Because people today cannot wait. They're in a hurry to make money. And Prop Firm Pappy, yes, Um, not how it works, but okay. You explain. Sorry, explain. What how not works. We've got nothing to go. No, there's no trades at the moment, so let's have a discussion about it. Why does that? Why does that not work? How does it not work like that? That's exactly how, like if I took a trade right now obviously I'd have to be well above the drawdown. So but let's just say I'm $10,000 in profit. If I have a loss, my maximum loss is usually around about 10 points. So that's $1,000. Let's just say it's a bad loss. $2,000. Okay? So that means I wouldn't trade 5 contracts until I'm at least $5,000-$6,000 ahead, which I'm not yet. So let's just say I'm $5,000 ahead. I can risk a really bad trade of 20 points, which is, but I can also make 20, 30, 40 points. So you've just got to get out of the drawdown area first. At that size, 5 contracts times 20 accounts, stock would have to be managed very closely. They certainly would be, Brandon, and this is why I wouldn't be doing 5 contracts until this area here is at 55,000. Until I'm $5,000 in profit, I won't be trading 5 contracts. I'll do 2 to start, unless the trade is really good. It's like $40,000 trade. Yeah, it's not a $40,000 trade off one account. It's obviously that times. But look, most people are very happy to just get in profit. So I'm not doing this just to get in profit. I'm waiting for good trades. And yeah, once the drawdown is gone, then I can do 5 contracts and not worry about the downside and just trade normally. But it's not easy. This is not, not the easiest thing in the world. But I've done it with a live account before, so I've just got to treat this like a live account. Now we're finally getting a pullback, which is good. But yeah, I mean, Apex, the reason I never scale. Yep, I never scale prop firm. So when I get into a trade, I get into a trade. I never scale. So that's a very good point. I've been aware of that. Beware of the scaling rule. Beware of the 30%. There's a 30% drawdown downside. You can't lose any more than 30% on a trade or have a day that's any more than 30% of your account. That'll never happen. I never do that. Does Apex have a high tide watermark once in profit? I think, so what they do have is they have a consistency rule, and I'm just not going to worry about the consistency rule for the first month. I don't care. I'm not going for payouts. So I'm just going to try and build the account as much as possible. If I get a big trade, I get a big trade, and then I worry about the consistent rule when I want to get payouts. And you've just got to be within those limits for 2 weeks, or I think it's 8 trading days. Get a payout, and then just do it from there. Well, this is the difference, Brandon, is I'm actually not doing a prop firm approach. I'm actually treating it like it's a live account. So if I had a live account with $5,000 in it, I would try and build it up to $10, $20, $30, $40, $50,000. That's what I'd do. I'd try and build it up. I wouldn't take any money out because I want to keep using that account to build the account. And what I'm doing is very different. There's no one else in the industry that uses prop firms that does it this way. They all say, when you get in profit, take a payout, take a payout, take a payout. And yeah, if you want a regular income, then that's probably a good way of doing it, without a doubt. But I'm not doing it like that. I'm going for significantly high amounts. So it's very different, but I'm doing it live. Everything's being recorded. I've spoken to Apex about it. They know that I'm going to try and do it. They said if I get to the amount and I stick to the rules, they'll pay me out. Let's see what happens. If they don't pay me out, I've still made $1 million live. I've shown that I can trade. If they do pay me out, then zippity-doo-dah. There's no downside, really. But the start of the account is the most important. Like I've got to get into profit with some clean trades. And there hasn't been anything clean. Apex is definitely one of the harder ones to trade because the payouts are so high. So it's the hardest, without a doubt. But I will be using other prop firms too. It's uncapped after 4 payouts, I think. 4 payouts, and then it's uncapped. So I've got to do 4 payouts of, I think it's $2,000 per account is the maximum you can get out. Yeah, there's no monthly costs, Brandon. So what you do is you pay a lifetime fee. So at the moment, when you pass, you get a fully funded account, and you pay $65, and that is just a lifetime fee. So there's no, I can take my time on this. There's no fees. That's it. Kathy, that is exactly, and this is why I'm just, this is not an entertainment channel. You can tell I'm not trying to entertain. I'm not over trading. I'm waiting for the right trades. Tonight's a horrible night to trade. So I'm not going to try and entertain you with bullshit. Most people that you see on YouTube are trading for entertainment. So they make a lot of money. They blow accounts. They cycle accounts. You can't even see their account details. Like you can see my account numbers are there. So if I blow these accounts, you'll be able to see that if I do it again, then I have to use new numbers. So that's not what everybody else is doing. They're showing that trading is kind of like gambling, and they're just saying, have a go. So I'm not here to do that. It's probably not going to be the most interesting time, but it will be the most professional time. It'll be how trading is actually meant to be. And that's just the way it is. I'm not here to entertain. I'm not here to become the best content creator on YouTube. I'm not here to get 1 million subscribers. I don't really give a stuff. I care about doing this live and showing that it can be done, but also showing that how to do it is by being professional and not over trading, not taking crap, and sticking to rules. So tonight is very average, a very difficult night to trade. But who knows, hey? We'll see. I don't know. What's the worst thing that can happen, hey? But never in my trading career have I gone on this run of having losses and blown accounts. Like, I've never blown a live account. So, you know, I usually have a good win-loss ratio. My losses are usually small. My wins are usually bigger than my losses. So if I just keep doing that and don't worry about don't worry that it's a prop firm. But I just have to start off well. And once we get going, it'll be fine. But right now, this is absolute rubbish. So, I'm probably going to wrap things up for YouTube here because I just don't see anything right now. I think it's going to be one of those nights where you're just going to be patient and sit here. I think it's going to be in a couple of hours that something happens. First hour and a half is usually where it's really, stuff does happen. But I think that we really need to consolidate now, and that's going to take a little bit of time. So. But I think, I am no expert on prop firms. I know how to trade. I'd say I'm expert on trading. I'm very new to prop firms. This is my first time. I've only ever used Apex. I will be using other prop firms soon. I've learnt a lot. I've only been doing this for 3 months with Apex, and I've learnt a lot about trading an Eval, how to trade them, what works, what doesn't. And yeah, so I'm still learning, but now I feel like I've got it down where I can just trade normally and not worry about the drawdown too much and just trade normally. So, but these are probably the hardest market conditions you could have to try and consistently make money. So I'm in no rush. I'm not going to try and hurry this along. I'm just going to do the right thing and stick to my rules. My rules are trade with the trend after a pullback. Trend is up. Can't do anything at the moment. Just wait and see what happens. So, but good question though, and that's the honest answer. At the end of the day, we do all this for money. So I know with Apex you can make the most amount of money. And they're the only, they're the only ones that I've seen. And prop firm, is it prop firm Pappy? You probably know more than I do about this. As far as I know, they're the only ones to pay out $1 million in payouts. I know there was a guy recently that made $400,000 in 2 days, $800,000 in 2 days, but that was a live account. I don't know who that was. But I think Apex are the only ones to pay out 7 figures with a few people. I'll keep moving. No worries. You keep moving. Oh, here we go. Jesus, look at that. Bouncing off long-term momentum here. Sorry, who's that? Lanto? Who's Lanto? I don't know who Lanto is. Lanto, he's a good man. I don't know who Lanto is. Oh, awesome. That's the guy that made the large amount. Yeah, good on him. Great effort. It's a great effort. Anyone that can make 800 grand in 2 days is, I mean, you know, as I said, it's very possible. Do you know how many contracts he would have been trading on each of those accounts? What's the maximum you could trade? Maybe he was doing a, what was it? He would take profit trader. I'll have a look. I wonder if he was doing 10 contracts. 10 contracts times 5 accounts. Maybe a 100K account. Okay, 100K account, 12 contracts, 150K account, 15 contracts, 15 max, there you go, thank you. Excellent, okay. So, I mean, if you put that into perspective then, if he's doing 15 times 5, what's that, 75 contracts? Okay, so I think I said the trade earlier was 100, so what would he have done? 4, 8, 12, so if he did 100 points, that's 400 ticks. Okay, gee, that's whatever he's done is a good trade. That's 100 points. So he would have had to do like a 300 point trade. So 4, 8, 1200. Gee, yeah. I mean, that's possible. 4, 8, 12, 300 points. I mean, when the Nasdaq goes, it can do 300 points. So when you think about it, he did that twice. Now, the reason why I trade with Apex is I can do that on a 50K account. And I can trade more contracts than that. So, Jesus, that's amazing. Yeah. He's obviously pretty good. Okay. Damn it. Missed that one on the Dow. Bouncing off long-term momentum. Anyways, okay guys, I'm going to wrap up YouTube. Thanks for watching everyone. Thanks for the questions. We'll keep going. I'm going to be trading for most of the session. I'm still going to be on here for another 2 or 3 hours. We'll just see what happens. Hopefully we get something. If we don't, we just come back tomorrow and we'll wait for the right trade to come along. That's it. So, okay. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great night.